I like cake because very delicious. Thank you. These are some words by Tatsuki Fujimoto, who was undercover on Twitter posing as a 3rd grader. Quite an interesting man we have here. Tatsuki Fujimoto sensei, aka the author of Chainsaw Man and Fire Punch, truly stands out among the other mangaka these days, and why is that, you may ask? Well, I'd say it's truly because of how chaotic and insane his work is. You know, he really dives deep into what he loves, and through that he creates concepts, characters, and just worlds that you don't see that often, especially in the medium of manga. A prime example of this is Chainsaw Man. You know, come on, how often do you see a horny, desperate teenager who has the power to turn into chainsaws? Anyways, in celebration of the Chainsaw Man PV dropping, let's take a look at his life and career. Born in Akita, Japan on October 10th, 1993, Fujimoto is 27 years old, and he's by far the youngest mangaka out of all the new gen ones. He's younger than Tabata, Horikoshi, Gotoge, and many more. It really goes to show how much potential he has going forward. Now, growing up, he had an interest in art. Unfortunately, there were no art schools near his home, so instead he went to painting classes which his grandparents attended, and practiced oil painting. You know, family goals right there, you love to see it. Now his passion for art slowly turned into a career path that he pursued. In 2014, he graduated in Western painting from Tohoku University of Art and Design. Moving on, in 2017, Fujimoto published his first one-shot called Niwa 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 Niwatori Gaita. It's a mouthful to pronounce, but anyways, this work of his was nominated for the December 2011 Jump Square Monthly Award. From there on forward, he grinded his ass off, pushing out as many one-shots as he could to get his name out there, and throughout this time, he surprisingly even got noticed by some of the famous manga authors like One and Sui Ishida. In an interview, Fujimoto has said that before publishing Fire Punch, he used to send a ton of rough drafts of first chapters to his editor, and he even admitted that those drafts were extremely shitty. And I personally thought he was being modest by saying this, but after seeing the actual drafts, I can see why he would say that. Now, 2018 is when he finally struck gold as he debuted Fire Punch, his first extremely successful work. Fire Punch spanned through 8 volumes and wrapped up in 2018. Here's something about him that I want to add in here. Fujimoto's editor has once said in an interview that when he took on 17-year-old Fujimoto as a potential artist, he mailed him boxes of manga and DVD because according to him, a good creator needs to consume a lot of work, which is a pretty factual statement if you ask me. Anyways, after finishing Fire Punch in 2018, Fujimoto released his most popular work up to date that I'm sure you guys are all familiar with, Chainsaw Man. This work of his truly got him the attention that he deserved, and it's quite insane because despite there being no anime for it yet, the sales are pretty insane. By the way, have you ever wondered why Fujimoto has these really bossy, egotistical female characters in his story? Well, the reason for that is because he has a fetish for mean, bossy girls. And if you don't believe me, hear it from the guy himself. When I was in university, there was a girl who was mean to me. One day my bike was turned over at university. I was confused and the girl came up to me saying, "I turned your bike over, haha." At that moment, I thought how happy I am. You know, this explains why Makima and power exist. Another fun fact about this madman Fujimoto is that as a kid in his early teens, he used to create his own manga magazine in his head with a roster of manga series running side by side. In an interview, he said that the imaginary magazine of his contained around 7 series. He's even said that when these stories of his ended, he'd almost cry, but always held it in because this usually happened in class and he didn't want to get picked on. I don't know how to feel about that, but he turned out to be a goat after all, and as they say, all's well that ends well. And there you have it. That's a brief summary of Fujimoto's life. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, be sure to like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. What do you guys think about Fujimoto and his works? Let me know down in the comments below, and like always, I'll catch you guys in the next one.